When in the chronicle of wasted time I see descriptions of the fairest wights, and beauty making beautiful old rhyme in praise of ladies dead and lovely knights, then in the blazon of sweet beauty's best, of hand, of foot, of lip, of eye, of brow, I see their antique pen would have expressed even such beauty as you master now. So all their praises are but prophecies of this, our time, all you prefiguring. And for they looked but with divining eyes, they had not skill enough your worth to sing. For we, which now behold these present days, have eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise. I won't lie, I think half the reason I chose to do this sonnet is because of this opening line. When in the chronicle of wasted time. How beautiful is that line? I read that and I was like, I don't even know what that means, but it's stunning. It actually just means when in the history books. I know, it's not nearly as exciting as it sounds, because wasted time didn't have the same connotations in Shakespeare's day that it does now. Back then, it really just meant time gone by, as opposed to time that has been wasted or time that's been squandered. But it's almost more beautiful with our modern day connotations, don't you think? Anyway, Shakespeare's saying, when in the history books I see descriptions of the fairest wights. Wight was an archaic word even in Shakespeare's time, but that's why he's using it, because he's talking about time gone by. And it really just means people. So when in the history books I see descriptions of the fairest people and read beautiful poems about lovely ladies and lovely knights that have been long dead and gone, and I see the poets trying to capture the perfection and the beauty of their hands and their feet and their mouths and, all that stuff, I see them trying to capture the kind of beauty that you yourself now possess today. In fact, these poets, these writers, were prophets. They were prophesying your coming. They were predicting your beauty. But because they couldn't look on you with their own eyes, because they were looking into the future with divining eyes, they couldn't adequately describe you. They couldn't adequately sing your praises. Even we today, who are alive and can behold your beauty with our own eyes, we have the eyes to wonder at you, but we don't have the tongues to adequately praise you. No matter how hard we try, we still don't have the language to truly capture your beauty. So how beautiful is that to begin with? But also, this sonnet is kind of unique among the sonnets because Shakespeare is usually looking forward to the future. He's always talking about immortalizing the fair youth's beauty in his rhymes and how future generations will look back and remember the beauty of the fair youth. But in this sonnet, he's looking backward in time. He's talking about those old poets being prophets of the days to come, prophets of the fair youth's beauty. In many ways, this sonnet is the inverse or the foil of Sonnet 17, where Shakespeare is saying, who will believe my verse in time to come if it were filled with your praises? In a way, Shakespeare's hoping that he will become one of these prophets of old time that no one will believe. Anyway, it's just kind of beautiful. And also, must mention that there's a lot of Jesus imagery in this sonnet, very appropriate for Easter Sunday. He's comparing these poets, these old-time writers, to the prophets who foresaw the coming of the Messiah. In fact, if you just read these 4 lines out of context, these last 4 lines, it really sounds like he's talking about the coming of Jesus. And for they looked but with divining eyes, they had not skill enough your worth to sing. For we, which now behold these present days, have eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise. You could read that in church on Sunday and people would know what you were talking about. So anyway, that's all for today. Happy Easter to all who celebrate. Much love. Stay safe. More sonnets tomorrow. Bye, everybody.